Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what I got for you right now. You may look at this car and you say, wow, you got me here. I never seen one of these in my life. I don't know where it comes from, what it is, and what even makes it. Even the brand may sound quite rare for a lot of you out there. But let's give it a proper presentation. Let's see what I got for you right now. This is a 143 scale. Let me see the year. I'm going to wait until it goes around because I'm not even sure about the year. I forgot about this year. Okay, it's a 1986 Gurgel Carajas. Gurgel Carajas. Now, this is quite a brand that I will probably say for many of you out there, unless you're from like South America, you may not even recognize. This brand right here, it's a Brazilian brand. Brazil has their own brand, and one of the very few brand. Let me read very quickly about Gurgel. It's was because it's no longer in existence. Was a Brazilian automobile manufacturer. The company was founded in 1969 and it specialized basically on buggies and off road vehicles. But they did also make one, it was like a small city car, which I also have it. I'm going to post it in a future video. A lot of their bodies of the Gurgel were fiberglass. And now going back to the Gurgel Carajas, it was a Brazilian SUV produced by Gurgel, obviously, between late 1984 till 1994. It's more like a off-roader. You can even see the wheel on. It's quite strange. The wheel on top of the hood. That's quite rare. It reminds me of the Land Rover a little bit. They had that. I think they also did that back in the days. But the model itself, it doesn't really copy much of any other. Maybe a bit of Jeep, but not the Jeep Wrangler. Not even that. It's a model that it's hard. It's like it really has its own distinction. Like it does give its own look. Like I said, it was produced in Brazil. This is the second. This was the second year of production because this is a 1986. Now let's talk about. Let's see if I have any information on their engines. This model right here. Let's see. Let me read actually this before I go to the engines. This the vehicle is quite successful, but when the Lada Niva started being sold in Brazil, the sales of the Gurgel Carajas dropped drastically. I guess because the Lada Niva was also a cheap off-roader, so it quite helped them in their well, that helped in the sales. It was a cheap option. Now these cars came only with a 1.6 cc's and also had a 1.8 cc's. The 1.6 was actually diesel, and and then we had a 1.8. These only came as a stick shift transmission. Obviously, it's a Brazilian, car. In South America, automatics is definitely not what uh what is popular. This car, I think they were trying to sell it outside of Brazil, but it probably sold in very very little numbers. Most of them probably were only in Brazil itself because it was truly a Brazilian brand catering their own market. And since Brazil is a huge country with a big population, they can definitely afford to produce cars from their own market because again, there's a lot of buyers. All right, guys, I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone. You know, one question that I would like to ask you, the viewers out there, if you don't recognize this car and you probably seen it from far away, what model, what brand do you think it would mostly fit their looks? You know, I'm between Jeep and I'm also, believe it or not, it gives me a bit of Daihatsu. But I think the model that I'm thinking, which was a Rocky, at the front end especially, it was a model that came after 1984, I think. But it gives me a bit of Daihatsu. Hmm. I would like to know what you guys think. What model can you might think this model could have been if it was not Gurgel? All right, everyone. Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. Comment below, like I was asking before. Let me know where you guys are from. Have you ever seen this model in person? Maybe you got lucky, it was exported, and there's still a few around in where you're from. And definitely let me know where you guys are from and what you guys like to collect, what scales. And don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Alright? Take care of yourselves more than ever. And goodbye.